Morning, friends. Today I want to talk about how fertility rates are a sort of litmus test for the health of your society and the health of, or I guess like the happiness or health of your young people. So I only realized this recently, started thinking about this. The places with high fertility rates are the ones that with. So sorry. Before I continue, I should caveat this that this applies to developed countries only. So if you look at Africa, obviously an outlier. Obviously, very different scenario. But if you look at sort of the developed countries, developed economies, wealthier nations, you could say that the ones with high fertility rates are the ones with a more balanced like work culture, more balanced house prices, more balanced wealth distribution. So talking about the Nordics in particular, certain parts of Europe like France, for example. But the reason I think it's a litmus test on the health of your society is that it's basically telling you how, like, what are the conditions for family formation? Have they been like fully removed, or are they still there in some capacity? So we've talked about this before, but some of these are things like house prices, work culture, opportunity, benefits for people who have kids, like how much it costs to have a kid. Gender equality is one. So there's a lot of factors, but the more of these that your country has, I guess, in place or figured out, the higher your fertility rate will be, and the overall healthier your society is. And by extension of that, I mean, this is kind of like we're talking, it's what do they call it, a difference without distinction, which is wrong. But where you have, it's also basically a litmus test on the health and happiness of your young people. If your young people are happy and they feel things are stable and functional, and they don't have, like, they haven't fully trashed the societal contract, that basically means that they are more likely to form families and have children. So that's why I think fertility rates are basically another measure of how healthy and happy are your younger people, say under 40, something like that. So yeah, it's just a sort of thing I was thinking about when I was, I've looked at data a lot, and data around fertility rates, etc. And I sort of realized this when I was thinking about it, is that really, like, we are measuring fertility rates, but it's not just fertility rates. It's more than that. I think, if people aren't having kids, it's a sign that something is wrong. There's something missing, because, like I said, people want to have kids. There's surveys, studies talking about this. People want to have the same number of kids they've always wanted to. That hasn't really changed that much. However, people aren't, and that's the discrepancy. And that's why I sort of came to this conclusion that I think fertility rates are more than just a data point. They are actually a measure of the health and happiness of your young people, and by extension your society. So something to keep in mind. With that, just to end, the outliers in fertility rates are obviously some of the very urban Asian economies like Hong Kong, where this is right now, Macau, Singapore, Korea, Japan. These are the places with the lowest fertility rates, and these are also the places with very high house prices, some of them, and or very intense work cultures and an education system that doubles as a caste system, which all of these things make people miserable. So food for thought. Hope that was interesting. Thanks, bye.